Giblet and Shallet fusion into Shallet Super Saiyan God, red-haired version Super Saiyan God. So I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil eraser. Hit pause if I go too fast. So we start with the eyes. Center point of my page about here. We'll come down. That W shape that's in the middle of their eyes in Dragon Ball. So you just do kind of like a W. It's this sort of frown sort of thing that they have. Okay, simplest way to start Dragon Ball characters' faces. And then out from there, we'll do the eyebrow, just a tick up like that, kind of curving. And then we have a square end. And then this goes, ooh, this curves back down into there. Okay. Same thing on the other side. Curved line up, down, bit of a square end, and then bring it back down the front. Eyes. So we have a small line, then a long line, and then you join those together with a curved line. He's kind of smiling, so it's like extra curvy. And then we go short line there, close to the nose, long line close to the end of the eyebrow. This one comes in diagonal, see? And this one's kind of more perpendicular to the eyebrow. So it's like, it's a 90-degree angle in that corner. We're doing maths now. You're not interested in that. And then we curve this over this way. Nose, right? So usually it's like this sort of letter J sort of thing. Kind of left of center. And then they draw in the shadow on the side. Like so. Oh, I forgot his eyes. So that kind of, okay, this is if you were drawing him berserk. You just leave it see-through. But we'll add eyes. So iris lines curving around. Kind of a half circle. And then pupil just in there looking up at us. Same thing again on this side. Big enough, and then people there. And we try and get them about the same size. Right, and then we have his mouth. So he's got like a smirk sort of, and it's real sort of close to the nose, right? So it's like here, and then it like smirks up, and kind of smirks up the other side as well, maybe, but real big smirk on this side. And then we have a little sort of smile line there, and then a bit of a shadow underneath his bottom lip. And we have hatching lines underneath the eyes. Hatching lines, you know, all Dragon Ball characters, well, nearly all Dragon Ball characters have them. All the Saiyans have them, as far as I know. And then the chin, so pretty square sort of chin here. So his jaw then goes up the side here, and up the side here. I think that line's a bit dark. I just got to fix that. I went a bit heavy on that line, that's all. Okay, carrying on. Side of his face then, jaw comes up, side of his face there. So your jaw always sort of stops across from the mouth and underneath the edge of his eye. Not always, but if the character's facing more or less forward, Dragon Ball, his jawbone is underneath the corner of his eye and across from his mouth. Not sure how I feel about that mouth. Right, so jawbone here, underneath the corner of his eye, change direction, and you go up side of his face. You're going up towards the sort of sideburn area. There's hair covering this, so that's why I stopped here. And then Shallet has a big scar on his face. Like that. And then we have some frown lines just here. So his hairline kind of like, so it's like across here. So we got this sort of V here. And then up from the middle, we'll have his hair spikes coming out, right? So they kind of go, there's two big ones in the middle, right? Spike down here. Right, and then you'll have like textured hairlines underneath this. And then we can see like his ears just underneath this one. And underneath this one, and you should probably actually see, so the ear would be like here, and then on this side, coming out from a hair spike. There. And there's like a little bit of a sideburn or something there, and then like ear lines inside. So back of his neck is here, front of the neck, slightly different, so it's like over here. So it comes down from the ear. So quite wide neck, and then all the hair comes out from behind the neck, starting real small hair spikes, kind of like this. And then they get gradually bigger. You've got like two small ones there. So like a small one here, here, and then they get gradually bigger up like to that pointy sort of Dragon Ball head. So like you're thinking kind of like candle flames. So it's kind of like curves back this way. You just keep sort of adding them like so. And he's got like two across the middle as well. I think we can see like a little bit of his hairline here. And then some more hair. Big hair spike here, biggest one. And then up. Where did that one stop? Oh no, that one keeps going. Down to there. And then another one here. And then here, all the way down. Boom. Like that. So then texture all over the hair. So you just follow each hair spike. Like follow the shape. Just adding one or two of these lines. So I'll just do that now everywhere. Right. And you can add as much of that as you want, but I think that's enough for me. So he's got those fusion shoulder pads that fusion characters have in Dragon Ball. So body's sort of turned away, right? So his face is like looking forward, but we're in 3/4 pose, right? So that means the center line for the chest is like off center. It's not like straight down. See that? It's not like whoosh. It's a little bit curving that way. So you'll have like his chest muscle bumping across, kind of like a letter Y at the top of this. Right? Kind of like this letter Y sort of thing. And then his collar and his waistcoat curves down there. And the collar coming around from behind his back. Sort of bumping at first and then comes down there. then we got like neck muscles going in towards the front of the chest. You got an Adam's apple. It's like another neck muscle there, there, there. And the bottom of his chest anatomy just goes this way. Curve line over that way. And then some abs. Kind of like that. So this bumpy sort of collar. Shoulder pad things. Got like all these texture lines on them. Like that. And then there's another one on this side. So this is like the small shoulder, right? So it's, well, like ridiculously muscular, but it's the shoulder that's turned away. And then that'll be the big one. So basically from the middle of the chest to the edge of the shoulder on this side, this is half the size of this one, right? So the shoulder, the big shoulder will be over here because the body's in 3/4 pose. Okay, so you got like, that's all we can see of his bicep and shoulder muscle on that side and the collar. So you want, so you have a shoulder pad here and then a big one out to here. So this space, 1, 2, like it's all the way out to here even. So this is like the second big shoulder pad, right? So it's huge. Much bigger than the other side. And it sort of disappears behind his shoulder muscle. Say here. So say if like this will be going around. Right, like that, right? And this is the other one. You got all these curve lines on that, right? So this whole area, see this from edge of the shoulder to the middle, is twice the size of this one. So you go, if you counted it, you go 1, 2, 3, 3/4. Okay. So then we can see his shoulder muscle inside here. And you kind of have the bicep then coming down this way. And then his tricep sticks out there, goes down off the page. And the bicep goes that way as well. And this is his fabric sort of waistcoat. And then we have some deltoid muscles on that. And maybe like a vein just coming down his bicep. Why not? So your second option then for details, second option, did I give a first? Is like all this sort of, it seems to be black in the picture I'm drawn from at least. Black sort of lightning. Unusual, because you don't really see that much in Dragon Ball. And then maybe some yellow orbs. But we'll go with the black. It looks kind of cool. And maybe some like just circles for yellow and gold. Like that. Okay. Shallet. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.